Start off with an 18.6.
Yeah, we'll go into that in a minute. But this should be good. Should be fun. All right, come on, commuter. Tell us we're live.
I think I got a Clifford.
Nice.
Mystery beer.
Mystery beer.
Mystery beer for the win.
That's why you're off camera. Oh, by the way, in case you're listening. Holy crap, we're live.
We're live.
What's up, guys? It is Books and Brews _Ops guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
We're back again. We have some awesome guests, including.
And we are two bearded guys.
We are two bearded guys.
We are two bearded guys.
We have some awesome guests tonight.
I'm so excited.
I did, including Cam, who's behind me, and then Jake, who'll come on after that. We're really excited about tonight. We have some great beers, as you can see in front of me a little bit. John's going to turn down the music. There we go.
That was our intro music.
I'm already loud, so I can actually try to be quieter.
I know.
But we're excited, guys. It's going to be a good episode. A little bit crazy because we have a lot going on. Best part of today, though, is hashtag DishBitch is back in action.
Hashtag DishBitch. Off-screen Matt.
Hashtag off-screen Matt. We're pretty excited. He's back tonight. So we won't have to do shit. Who's watching us? Aaron, what's up? And Little Miss Strange, what's up, Lizzie?
Yes.
Excited to have both of you. Ooh, we got another one already. And Chris Reed.
Chris Reed.
What up, Reed?
Anyway,
he's a recipient of a new
should be a great episode. John, what are you looking forward to most right now? Before we really dive in, what are you looking forward to the most? Is it people, beer, what is it?
I'm really excited because there's 5 of us here tonight, and I have no clue how this is going to go.
It's not going to go well.
Normally these cut out after an hour, so an hour-long episode, but there's so many of us, we may have to go a little longer.
There's a chance we start a second episode tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we won't go. It's not like we're looking at 2 hours like our first ever episode was, but we don't think. But we're excited. It should be fun. It's going to be very off the cuff. It's going to be... I tried to be organized. I have notes, but odds are we're going to fail at that miserably tonight.
I'm excited for a little bit of pre-gamed ready Tailor.
Yeah, I didn't time beforehand, and I've definitely drank tonight.
Do you want to tell us about your mustache?
It's very offensive, pricey.
Okay, so...
And why they didn't do the eyebrows.
Anyway, so my barber has a tendency to forget that I like a normal, big, bushy mustache, a.k.a. John over here. John, open that since I'm talking.
With your mustache. Preferably.
And so he has a tendency to get a little overzealous with my mustache, and he gave me this pencil-thin bullshit, and I'm not really happy about it, but he gives a great fade, so it's hard to really get mad at the guy. Plus, I mean, I looked like a homeless person before my date the other night, and it was kind of nice not looking like a homeless person. So, we'll go with it.
What are you most excited about?
Ooh, what I'm most excited about, honestly, is there's a chance that we hear a little bit of music tonight from one of our guests. So, it's not the person on screen right now. Trust us, it's not Cam.
You don't want to
but there's a chance we're going to hear, 30 seconds to a minute of a little music. And we're kind of excited about that, so it should be a good time, but we're ready to start our first beer if DishBitch is done opening.
What are you most excited about?
I'm excited just to be here with my buddy John and my buddy Tyler. Gonna have some good beer, it looks like. Ready to have a good time.
Yes. Wizardry is this?
Yes.
Alright, so we might have to switch what we were planning on starting with, because evidently this bottle is impossible to open.
I think we need a corkscrew.
Oh shit.
That's serious. Okay.
Alright, so
we're gonna
We're one of those.
We're gonna start with this.
You gotta go find one.
Can I get pointed in the direction?
That way.
Kitchen.
Thanks.
Hashtag DishBitch is gonna run up to the kitchen and attempt to find a corkscrew while the rest of us drink.
Yes.
Get that trending.
We keep trying.
What do we do? Hashtag DishBitch.
So instead of what we were starting with, we are going to start with...
So what we have here, and someone show them the amazing label art. I'm excited for this Brewing from up in Alaska. This is an 8.5% Belgian triple. This is called the Turning Shape. So, label art. I've heard things about Anchorage Brewing.
I can't read that
I'm ready
one.
to try
John, can you read it?
Nope.
Brooke.
Brooke.
What's up, Brooke?
Hey.
Alright, so I'm going to pop this can open. Holy shit.
Alright, it's ready to go.
Jake, will you hand me your glass? But, so, I'm excited about this. So, a lot of the beers that we got this time, actually, all 5 of the beers from tonight are going to be from John's Tavor crate. Tavor, however you
Tavor,
it is.
Tavor. Someone needs to tell us and confirm for us what exactly that is.
Tave. It's a silent R.
Off-screen, Matt.
And that's why it doesn't get as much. No. But anyway, so all 5 of us will be drinking. Occasionally, the 2 off-screen guys will be talking as well. But we're pretty excited about this because it's all beers. I have the app. I just haven't gotten brave enough to actually spend the money and order anything. John is the one pulling the trigger on that. I usually just either send him money or replace it by buying. Like next week, for instance, will be pretty much all beer bought by me. Yeah. So it's going to be...
about damn time.
It's going to be an interesting week the next 2. But I'm excited about this. We're rocking the same glasses that we did last time.
Quick glass review. I've got the Irvington Brew Fest.
I'm rocking Boulevard.
And...
King. Stuck in the middle. And which, of course, we stuck him in the middle. But other than that, the one thing before we start drinking beer is we're going to talk beer. We're also going to do wonderful palate cleansers. Today we're drinking Corona Light. So we're going to get the virus while drinking. We're pretty excited. Michiana Beer Reviewers, what's up, guys?
I have a stipulation with that, too.
Oh, boy.
While you drink your Corona, I wanted to make sure you have have your face mask.
We got our mask for when we drink our beer to make sure we don't pass the virus.
That's going to work.
I'll find a way to make this work. It's fine. But we'll start off with John's going to take the first sip tonight. He's going to start talking about the beer, and we'll go from there. Jake's enjoying it already.
Hey, your beer's ready.
Everybody take a smell, take a sip.
Yeah, it's a Belgian triple. You're definitely getting that, those Belgian spices in there. Clove in there. And I don't get a lot of banana on this one. I didn't get some clove, though.
I got orange.
You get some orange?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of orange in there.
I hate to agree with Cam on anything, but I do. I get a definite citrus taste that does remind me a little bit of the orange. There's a lot of clove. There's very little banana, which is kind of cool because most Belgian triples are very that banana tannin front, and it's...
I've had Belgian triples that are either that banana clove or that orange coriander.
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of the orange.
Yeah.
It's not... It's a solid beer.
Jake, what do you think? They can't see you nodding your head.
Not as yeasty.
Actually,
Yeah, for
Not as bread malty.
Yeah, right. What was it, 8%?
Dana's bitches. What is up, Dana?
8.5. 8.5.
8.5? Yeah,
Dana.
that's pretty smooth for an 8.5, especially for...
Oh, this is 8.5?
Dana, I didn't even realize you remembered how to use Instagram, so welcome.
Off-screen, Matt?
Yep. I'd have to agree. It's kind of citrusy on the up front, but it's not really banana rich, but it's kind of got like a banana finish, like at the very end for me at least. But
so one thing I'll say, good beer and the ABV definitely helps the quality factor, because if it's a bad beer but it still gets you drunk, it definitely will at least make you tolerate it a little more.
But definitely not a bad beer. It's brighter and a little bit more carved up.
It's very bright. That's what I was about to say.
Lighter,
if you're looking for a typical Belgian that's going to be a little less carved, a little thicker kind of feel, it's an extremely light mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It's like drinking a light beer. But you get a lot of the random Belgian characteristics like the nutmeg and the orange, and there's a lot of things that you get, but it's definitely a weird combo on the Belgian side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Tom Shriver, what's up? Last week's guest is watching.
Hey, how are you?
All right. So, Cam,
Oh.
you brought you on because you do something called iRacing.
iRacing.
What is iRacing?
iRacing is a simulation racing league online. I usually do NASCAR. I would say I'm an oval specialist. I can't turn right. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Oh my God, John almost wore that beer.
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 3 years. I race as James Dowen. That was my grandpa. Usually once every weekend, a couple times during the week. It's a lot of fun, too.
And this is a legitimate thing that's like broadcast, like there's a league, like an iRacing league, and...
Yeah, I'm in one of the lower leagues right now, but if you're in a league, you're at least doing something. I mean, you've won a couple races to get yourself into a league, or you've there are some beginner leagues, but the main league though, the NASCAR iRacing Peak Series, that's my main goal in the next few years. That is sanctioned by NASCAR. They have a $40,000 purse for the winners, and
we don't do the right shit.
No.
I
actually tried doing some racing and I suck.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like I said, I can't turn right though. If you see me racing, I'm turning left more than likely.
Nice. All right, big question.
Yeah.
Who's on the hood of your car?
Yeah, so for this league, I've been doing this this year. It's Sim Racing Authority. Tiny helped me out.
Tiny.
Tiny helped me out about 6 months ago. We were out of place, and he
needed some sponsorship money.
Yeah. He gave me some sponsorship money, and I put on the front of the car, and I really like Books and Brews. Good company. But the league that I was in at the time, it fell through, didn't work out as much, and so Tiny doesn't work at Books and Brews anymore, and I thought, how can I make it up to him? So, Facebook profile picture, I put it
It's quite awesome.
So,
my big ugly mug on the hood of his car.
I was waiting for that.
A big heat car.
That's what I was waiting for.
When he said Books and Brews, I was let down. I was like, I just wanted John's face.
Oh, it's John's face.
And didn't you say they brought it up in the broadcast?
Yeah. They were like, what is this? They had no idea what.
James Down with a unique
very unique
livery.
sponsorship.
It's definitely something new for us. I am not huge into esports yet. I like watching some things. Now, I will say this. I didn't know we had the leagues for racing, and I'm a huge NASCAR racing guy. I grew up watching Dale Sr., and then my dad was a Dale Jr. fan after Dale died. So I became a Junior fan, and that's kind of what I grew up with. So when I found out Cam was going to be on the show, and especially more of what he was doing, it piqued my interest just because, I'm a hillbilly at heart. Can't get much more hillbilly than NASCAR,
right? Come over sometime, and I'll show you the rig and everything.
He just wants to, make sure that I look real bad test driving it,
It's a lot of fun. I'll get you.
So do we need a palate cleanser?
No, we need to do the next beer first.
Next beer.
All right, so our next beer tonight is going to be by Strange Roots. It is called Hive Alive. It is a maple syrup, bourbon barrel-aged beer. It is a malted barley with orange blossoms and honey and is rocking 18%.
18.6
ABV.
From what we can, I was able to find out, it's a honey ale aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels.
Wow.
Man, I've had stronger.
So, I technically started off stronger tonight with a 20% beer, but,
It's not the strongest beer I've had today.
And the company is Strange Roots Experimental Ales. So they do off-the-wall wacky stuff. So, excited for it.
I'm pretty excited for it. The one beer I wanted to make sure we drank tonight, and this absolutely was the one beer I wanted to drink tonight.
We went to our Instagram store and voted. This one had, probably 73%.
Yeah, this one was definitely one of the most popular.
So it had 7 votes.
Oh,
What's up, Marissa?
Yeah, well, whatever.
And Hecubus, what's up? About time he hopped on.
All right.
So I will start off this one. We'll do this beer. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll have Cam probably start off the next beer, and then we're going to swap him and Jake. But we also have some palate cleansers to go with still, so I'm excited.
So it's fun.
Ooh.
No coronavirus for me.
So there is you're doing a coronavirus. So there's a lot of maple up front, but I'm getting a lot of bourbon in that smell too.
It smells like a honey wine that sat in a bourbon barrel.
Ooh. So the mouthfeel is going to give you a very much mead-like mouthfeel. The maple syrup isn't as pronounced in flavor as you're getting in the smell, but I'm getting it. The long it coats that
To
tongue.
see off-screen Matt's face.
Yeah, off-screen Matt's struggling.
You kind of gotta chew it a little bit.
It coats the tongue.
You do.
I'm getting a lot of honey. Is what I'm feeling more than maple.
I'm getting some maple. Like I'm getting, my dad and probably my grandpa, those little syrup candies.
My grandfather, my dad, me.
That's what this tastes like to me. It's delicious.
I feel like there's a lot of honey though, and that's why I'm getting that mead.
Oh yeah.
And it definitely it's a tongue coater. It reminds me of when you went to the state fair and bought those like 25-cent like honey straws, cut the top off and drank it. And to taste the honey more, it was me as a kid just wanted pure sugar, and my parents couldn't say no to natural sugar. But it coats that tongue like straight. Your tongue coating mouthfeel.
It is not a I'm gonna have pint after pint of this.
No, I'm gonna have.
No.
I would have this.
This is a split
and that'd be
with
the
5
only thing I
friends.
had that night.
It was, I mean it's delicious.
It's delicious, but I'm gonna go into a diabetic coma when we're done.
Yeah. Wow.
Jake, off screen, what do you think?
It'd be a good marinade for some like Asian chicken.
Oh.
Damn, left field.
I didn't go that way, but
Oh, I used it out wrong.
it'd be an expensive marinade, but it'd be real good.
Yeah.
Just like a little splash here and there,
Ooh,
maybe as
man.
you're cooking.
Damn,
What's
now
that?
my
Hey, what's
mind's
it called again?
And now I'm thinking about food.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Cam, what about you?
Range.
I think I'm already drunk from this. I would not drink this before getting on my rig. I don't think so. No, it's good though. I definitely would have to get used to it. I'm more of a light type of person usually. So this is like probably light whiskey, but for me, it's good. I think you guys explained it pretty well.
That's tasty. Dish bitch, what do you think?
Good, but very small amounts of that go a very long way. Like it'd be hard to put down more than half a glass. This is a get that and share it with 5 people kind of serving.
5's a stretch. I could have drank that on my own.
I mean, I could drink the alcohol
I don't
level
know
of
if I
it,
could
but
drink that on my own.
it's
Really?
too sweet. Yeah,
It is really
I've had some
sweet.
other meads.
10 ounces might be a little bit. Like that's a good 5 ounces.
10 would be a great one.
What is that? A pint? A 12 ounce?
I don't know. 12.6.
Yeah. So we're at about 3 or 4 ounces right now.
Yeah, I feel like our show's not as fluid as it normally is right now. We're choppy. We're choppy.
Well, we're good.
I think we're good, man.
It's going real well.
Let's let the booze kick in.
All right,
We'll be
so
right.
before
had
we start
80%.
actually no, we'll go ahead and we'll do our favorite part of the day. And by favorite, usually not, but this is actually one of the best beers I think we've had for this.
You can't tell.
Oh, I'm gonna finish. Don't worry.
Okay.
Haven't ever watched our show? We do our. I can't read your name. It's Liz something. You're really far away on my screen. Sorry, guys. I try to shout out everyone. I try to shout out everyone, but that's a little bit far for me on that one. Top name is the one we're looking at, Jake.
Butler.
Liz Butler? With letters in between? What's up, Liz, with letters in between
everyone.
Butler? But we do a palate cleanser, and it's usually some pretty cheap beer. We've done Cooks, we've done Keystone, we've done Coors. We did actually step our game up last week a little bit and did some cream ale by called Naptown Fit by Rad Brewing Company. This week, Cam, are you the one that brought it?
Yeah, I brought some Corona Light for us. And
It's only 9. He knew John and I are watching our figure, so it's only calories.
That is totally what I am watching.
You know,
Do you want to do me a solid, buddy?
If you have
bottle popper.
tuning in for the first time,
oh, you
this,
want one?
because I am a barbecue
Jake, sit down,
guy,
I got it.
this is how we open our bottles.
Yeah.
I prefer you to wear your mask.
Oh, yep. Hold on, guys. Coronavirus. We got to be careful. So I'm getting ready here.
I don't feel good about
I'm
this.
looking forward to see how this works out.
This is gonna be a little difficult, but I got it.
Hey,
So-
while
Hashtag
chugging
dish
this bitch, we need some rinses.
Very inopportune dish bitch spot.
So anyway, we're gonna do a little chug. It's gonna be a little difficult, so John and I are gonna have to be creative. As always, right now I am the reigning champ. I've definitely won
This is horrible.
5 out of
I feel real
7.
bad about this.
But I
you
do
should.
feel like we're gonna struggle a little bit on this
Yeah.
one. But anyway, bottoms down.
can't chug that one.
And it's gone.
Yeah, that was good.
Anyway, the whole mask thing made me a little claustrophobic, but other than that,
The bottle's weird. I don't know if I've ever
Mine's
chugged
foam.
a bottle like that.
anyway, mine foamed up real bad on me that time. It's been a while since I've tried that. But anyway, usually cans are what I chug out of. But, so that's kind of our show. That's kind of the epitome of what we do.
Epitome.
You know, we talk beer.
Sad.
We act like we know a lot. We each, the best part about it, though, is John and I have very separate styles on beer, very separate backgrounds on beer.
Experiences.
So it makes this a lot more fun for him and I, even if, you know, maybe not as much for you guys, but we hope it does.
Was that fun?
Johnny got a little bit in the beard this time.
Gotta condition it.
It's that beard conditioner.
Yeah. So get it trimmed tomorrow.
So while our glasses are being cleaned, one thing, did they go all the way upstairs?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, so one thing I'm going to say is we do have guests coming on every episode. Next week, one of my friends who's on a podcast will be joining us with the possibility of a second as well next week. So
Yeah, and I feel very fortunate because like we've been able to book out like a month in advance with guests.
we're all the way into mid-March now.
Yeah, and
And it's our official second. And the best part is it's our official second episode on here. And we were really caught off guard last week when somebody asked us if we were willing to beer donations for like
the answer is
reviews.
yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. But it definitely caught us off guard. We're in the middle of talking, and I'm just kind of like, DM us. You can't be talking to us.
Right? So definitely, we take beer donations. If there's anything that you want us to try, anything that you just want to get our opinion on, send it to us. Bring it to us. And possibly, if you're in the area, be a guest.
That is true. We also, February 1st, are going to announce it, but we have a beer giveaway. And along with beer, we have board games. Can't really see. There we go. So we're going to have 2 board games. One's Coup Reformation.
Oh, our package is almost ready. Thank you.
Hecky Bush, you're amazing. And Among Thieves. Both games are designed to be able to play while drinking and hanging out. So we're really excited about those. Those were donated by Tom Schreiber, who was on last episode. One of the founding members of the Drinking Meeples. Follow them if you're into board games. His wife Lizzie, who's been watching us tonight, is also a part of that. So we're really excited, and along with their 2 friends.
Another question for him before he's got to swap out for Jake. Racing. Obviously, we've established your racing.
Yeah.
What was your first race you ever attended?
The first race I ever attended. Well, I can't remember going. I can't remember a whole lot about going to.
He was drunk. It's fine.
To Gateway in 1999. I saw Dale Jr. win that race. It was an Xfinity race. But the first race I remember going.
Praise Dale.
Praise Dale. Praise Dale. Give it for Dale.
Was the 2000 Brickyard 400. And Bobby Labonte won. I'll never forget Bobby Labonte.
That's a name shout out right there.
Yeah, Bobby Labonte won the first cup race I ever went to.
And what? Cam?
I'm 25 years
So
old.
you would have been
I was about 6.
He was a baby.
I was 5.
5 at your first race.
He was drunk at his first.
That's why you can't remember.
Hell yeah, brother.
Raise hell.
Raise
He
hell.
was born to be an NASCAR fan.
They're racing right.
Nice.
And that's how I met you at the Indy 500.
Yeah, I met you in 2010 at the Indy 500.
Hashtag
I was gonna say you met him when he was 5.
Hey,
Wasn't we were there to race?
He was.
It was a great time. We've had a great time at the Indy 500, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Been in that conversation.
We're gonna go.
So one thing I will say, in case you don't know, because everybody that's watching is an Instagram follower, which we appreciate all of you. You guys are fantastic.
Thank you.
But we do have Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok now. We have a YouTube channel.
That catchy song?
Basically, any social media platform right now we're on. So follow us on those. Subscribe to our YouTube videos. Right now, it's basically just what we're doing on here, but we do plan on doing some like great mashups and different beer reviews, some one-on-ones,
on-site visits, just
and a lot of that will be more YouTube based. So give us a follow there. TikTok's going to be more. Actually, we have no idea what we're doing with it yet.
Yeah.
John did an unboxing on it, but honestly, we have no idea what we're doing with TikTok yet. I got it to make sure we had our name.
Matt should be in charge. I think so.
I have no social media presence. That's why I'm off screen, Matt. It's pretty fantastic being me.
Yes, we are hipsters. Anyway, sorry, Reen. But no, so give us a follow. We're trying to expand.
Who invited that guy?
We're trying to expand this.
Right?
We do have a logo that's being made currently. We don't actually have an idea what it's really going to look like. One of our tattoo friends is designing it for us. We gave her some ideas, but we also told her, "You're the artist.
She's the artist.
Do it."
Yeah.
So we're excited to unveil that. We're hoping to do it mid-February.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're ready to start our next beer. Are we going to swap people now?
Yeah, let's swap people.
All right. So we're going to swap out.
Okay.
You're out.
Right. Cam.
You got a tag on the way out, like a wrestling team.
Yeah.
All right, now it is time for Mr. Jake Munns.
Jake Munns.
Jake Munns is a musician, as my head brewlager at Books and Brews Mothership, the original Books and Brews. He does a little bit of everything. He really isn't comfortable on camera, so I'm really excited about this.
Remember when we tried to do that punch-out video? And it was me and Jake? And we had to do like
bad.
takes?
I enjoyed every bit of it. I was recording it and enjoying every bit of it because I'm the guy that's, as you guys should know by now, I'm the guy that's more comfortable on camera. John's getting a lot better at it.
It's good.
Jake does not necessarily want to be here.
You gotta record your bloopers though, because you get better.
Oh, I recorded the bloopers for your punch-out videos. So the next beer is Robot Fish IPA.
So this is from Kings County Brewing Collective.
Perfect. In Brooklyn, New York. Do you have the ABV on it over there?
ABV is 6.6%. It is a smash beer. Smash means single malt, single hop.
What's up, Tabby?
I do not know what malt they used, but they did use Citra hops. So
I always love when somebody says it's a smash and then they tell you the hop. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. They tell you the hop, but then forget to tell you the malt.
Yeah.
The whole point of a smash.
It's probably 2-row.
Most likely. Alright, Jonathan. That's not Jonathan, that's you. Shit. Wait, no, that is you.
It is hazy. I don't know if it's supposed to be hazy.
Glasses were getting moved. I guess.
A lime vibe off of that, aren't you?
Are you talking about the Corona?
I'm getting virus.
That damn coronavirus.
Thanks, sir.
I've shorted myself like the last 3 times, so I got a little bit more on that.
Fair. Is it supposed to be hazy?
I doubt
Is it a hazy smash?
It doesn't
I've never seen
say
I saw the
that.
can before.
But it is definitely a hazy beer.
Yeah. I'm more excited now.
Oh, no, it does say the barley, dude.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's yeah, you're going to have to read it.
Words are hard.
I've drank a lot.
Halcyon barley.
Alright. Halcyon barley. 100% Citra hops, 100% Halcyon. 6.6. Store cold and drink fresh. Single malt and single hop. It was canned actually pretty recently, so we're doing alright. About a month ago on December 16th. Anything that says to drink fresh, I always suggest drinking within a month. It's just that there's a reason the brewer told you to drink it right away.
Well, and really anything that is going to be an IPA, anything that's going to use a lot of hops, I mean, you're just going to get the most aroma and taste from the hops just as fresh as could be. Like 3 months or less.
Definitely smelling that Citra. Wow.
Yeah.
Start us off.
Cheers.
You know you have to talk first too, right?
I have to taste it first. Right? I'm going to talk about how it smells. Definitely a lot of citrus. I like a good hazy.
The juicy?
I'm so happy.
Juicy.
How's that mouthful?
I'm not getting a lot of hops though.
Well, and that's like
that's the single hop, right? Like,
and it also must have been purposely hazy because between the haze, the single hop, Citra can be a hoppy beer.
But kind of the purpose of the hazy IPAs, the purpose of the New Englands,
it cuts that down.
It cuts it down.
Is this supposed to be hazy? Do we figure out?
We don't know, but it
doesn't say anything about New England beer, but
Hey, can we
clearly
define
is.
hazy? I don't know what you mean.
Can't see.
Can't see through it.
Okay.
And it tastes way better than a regular IPA.
That depends on your style.
You don't get a lot of the hop bitterness in a lot of hazies or New Englands.
Okay.
I stand behind what I said.
I'm not a fan. Honestly, style, and I'm a Citra hop guy. I mean, I work for Folks and Brews. Our best IPA, aka Pale Ale, is Citra hop. I feel like it's a very basic version of the Smash. I feel like they could have done a lot more, and Smashes are a little difficult because it is a single hop, it is a single malt. You're not putting as many ingredients in it, but I feel like it's when they made it hazier, they got lazy. They didn't trust themselves to make a good beer with that barley, with that malt and that.
I just feel because it is a Smash. I mean, it is what it is. So it's lighter. It's not a thick beer. The Citra's.
The can's cool as shit.
Yes.
It's hard to see, but we will be posting pictures of it today. Don't worry.
I think it's a real good example of just what a Smash would be. So we okay, we're opposite sides.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's an example, but I feel like by making it hazier, they were afraid their blend wasn't good.
I feel like if you don't really like the bitter hops and you like more of a citrus beer, it's kind of like an IPA mimosa. Like
Yeah.
There's a lot of just orange. And
He's not wrong there.
it is really juicy.
It could benefit from a little bit more carbonation. If it were a little brighter,
I think that would help.
I think that would help.
And you guys know, for the most part, we stay pretty positive on this show, and I'm never going to bash anyone. Because as a brewery, I've had exactly one beer by them now, the one I'm drinking now.
So can is cool as shit.
The can is cool as shit.
Yeah,
I can't wait to post. I can't wait to post the pictures from tonight. But it could be their weakest beer for all I know. Canned ones. I'm excited because I now will probably try to find more of their beer. That's the one nice thing about the Tavor app is it gives you breweries you probably never had before. So.
I would never have access to the Anchorage Brewing or this place from Brooklyn or.
So I'm excited to try out another one. Right now, this one's less than enthusiastic for me. But
what does Matt think?
Nobody cares. Anyway, off-screen Matt and off-screen Cam.
Dish bitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna interject. Like, it's a reasonable. It's a very palatable beer. So, like the first week we're out here, people are like, "Hey, what's a good introductory IPA beer?" This could be a good. Hey, get your feet wet with this. See what you think. It gets you in there without giving that, because it's hazy, whether it's intentional or I've never really had a Smash to know how that ranks in that category. But
Can we define
as
single malt. So you use 1 grain, 1 hop.
But as someone that doesn't like the heavy hops of a normal IPA, I tend to lean towards those or lean into the hazy side. So it's like ooh, but it really wasn't quite as robust and flavored as it could have been. But it also makes it very palatable. So it's if you're wanting to find out something new or try some stuff, and you're more of a Busch Light guy or something like, hey, this might be a good ease into IPAs.
It is not a complex beer.
No,
And
it's not bad though either.
It's not supposed to be. It's just not complex.
Yeah.
And we've been drinking a lot of complex IPAs.
We have been.
So.
We've definitely been drinking a lot of complex stuff. Cam, what about you, brother?
Well, I'm a very fair-weather beer fan, so this was perfect for me. I think Matt just described exactly the way I am. The same type of people that like this beer are the same type of people that like the last Star Wars movie. They weren't hardcore Star Wars.
Whoa, no. I disagree there. I disagree there.
So that's how I feel about that.
Because you can be a hardcore Star Wars fan and still like the last movie because you actually look at Star Wars like, oh shit, they tried to make fun movies for teenagers. And these goddamn nerds who used to be preteen and teenagers are now adults and get bitched.
And they tell them to go suck it, and I hate it. Whatever.
I am very much I go into every Star Wars movie looking to just enjoy the movie. John does similar, but he's a little bit on the nerdier side.
I just wanted to make sense.
I will give you that. The last one was
but you know what? That's how that made me feel. I liked it.
It's a big fun.
I'm not a Star Wars fan. I probably would like the last movie.
It's a big fun dumb movie. That's what it is.
Alright, so anyway.
Moving.
I actually came prepared today. I know anybody that's watched me before doesn't believe that.
Handy notebook.
Jake, first off, what's your... So he's a musician. What kind of music do you think you play? How do you describe yourself?
You think you...
Well, let me tell you what you actually play.
What do you describe yourself as?
I would like to say like folk rock.
You're wrong. You play acid rock.
Acid rock.
Punk rock. You're over
What do you
here.
play?
Yeah, I like to say folk rock. It's rock, but with an acoustic guitar. I got tired of playing with the drummer, so I started doing like a tapping kind of August Rush type deal.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to ask a double question just because I can. What's your biggest musical influencers?
Definitely John Butler Trio.
Okay.
John Butler Trio. Also, I don't know, man. There are a lot. The Beatles. Everybody who kind of pioneered music in their own way is a huge influence from all genres.
Working with Jake, so I'm a big country guy. I like rock too, a lot of rock. But it's funny because Jake, when we're listening to music, definitely has a lot of bands that I'm either A, never heard of, or B, can't stand. But it's funny because I like a lot of his stuff, and then I'll play some random off the wall song, and Jake will be singing along with it, same as I am. And usually half the stuff, both of us like, the hell? Alan Jackson is definitely one of our best middle grounds.
Okay.
He grew up in small town Indiana. Small town Indiana means you classic 90s country, especially that great golden era of country. Alan Jackson, a lot of those guys. You start doing the. That's Faith Hill, dear. That's pop.
Okay.
You start doing the.
Okay.
You went down yonder to Chattahoochee.
We played that the other day. It's a lot of fun. So we have a lot of that in common. I do have more questions for him, but
You dropped your questions.
it's time for another beer,
Yes.
which is Jonathan.
Okay. So this is from Springhouse Brewing Company.
This is what I look forward to the most.
Tang.
More than any of you.
Orange Hazy IPA.
Hold on, real
Hazy.
quick. Matt, what beer have you been waiting on?
Taang!
Tang.
Wang Tang, sweet Taang.
Taang.
So it is a 6.7% Hazy IPA. Orange space dust and oranges, it says.
What the hell is orange space dust?
I don't care, I want it.
I don't know.
Is it Elysian?
No?
Because
what I was
that's
thinking
one of that's their beer.
No, it is from Springhouse Brewing Company.
Alright, so here.
Yeah, go
We'll
ahead.
pour
Where
the
is
guy
Spring?
who's most excited about it. I'll give him his first.
Yeah.
Now that it's
Anyway,
out. That sounds about right.
So wrong.
So it is hazy.
but pretty fantastic. It is definitely going to be
Yeah.
hazy.
They warned you.
Yeah, they actually gave you a heads up.
Oh, yeah.
You go short. I'm not used to like 5 beers, so trying to measure out 5 beers of various sizes.
That's pretty normal. I think that's pretty similar.
All right.
Real quiet. Jonathan, I believe it's your turn.
Okay. What do you gotta do? So, proper tasting.
Hold on.
You gotta swirl the glass the opposite way that you're
shit.
used to. But it's got some sediment in there.
There's got a lot of sediment in there.
So swirl it the opposite way. It's gotta be uncomfortable. Then put your mind in analytical mode.
Hold on. I gotta get it right.
What part of the brain is it?
1 plus 1
Yes.
is 2. Got it.
And you sniff. Take it away. Sniff. Take it away.
Oh.
Then you take a sip. Swash it around your mouth.
I love being a smart ass. It's my favorite thing.
Not yet.
You gotta have air first.
Getting with some vanilla notes.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say.
Is there vanilla in it?
It's a little bit creamsicle-ish.
Yeah. It smells like a nice glass of Tropicana, and when you drink it, it tastes like a melted orange or dreamsicle.
Yeah.
I would say it's tangy.
I love Akon.
Tangy for sure.
Definitely lots. There's sediment in there. I've got it in the bottom of my glass.
I see that.
So, for those of you that don't know Jake, he's the king of dad jokes. So, if he throws one out there,
Zing.
Just roll with it.
just go on. Oh, somebody joined us on Twitch.
Hello.
I can't pronounce your name.
I think I said someone
GZRA
laughed at
or
the dad joke.
Yeah, it's a dad joke. Got him in.
He's not wrong though. It definitely is rocking the vanilla. It definitely leaves a weird aftertaste to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting a very dry, bitter, not attractive aftertaste.
I wish there was some sweetness.
There's no sweetness.
You're getting orange creamsicle with zero sweetness.
Yeah.
It's weird.
To me, again, I hate to say it back to back, but I wasn't fair. This one is definitely smash. It's It's not bland. It's basic because of its basic. It's 1 and 1.
That's what it is.
This is going to be my first ever on this show. Tastes like shit.
Turn it over. Turn it over. Turn it over. You gotta turn it over.
Oh.
You gotta turn it over.
No, because it pours on the...
Oh.
Yeah.
And John will probably disagree. Jake might a little bit. I'm telling you right now, I think it is we tried something, we failed. We canned it because, fuck it, we need to sell it. I don't think it's a great beer. I think you get a little bit of the vanilla up front, and it starts off like a beer they could have done something with and chose not to. If they would have added just a little bit, even just a little bit more lactose, something.
I was going to say,
I think it would have given
you're
it...
being a little harsh. However, I wish I had lactose. I wish I had some sweetness in it.
That would have helped.
Again, John's the nice one between the two of us, and this is our 5th episode, 2nd as two bearded guys. 5th total between the two of us. It's the first one I've ever said I truly didn't like.
I mean, that's fair.
I really don't. Any of you that follow me on Untapped, it is definitely... I'm going to give it a 1. Which is not the worst grade I've ever given a beer by any stretch of the imagination. There's a couple Indiana brews. I won't say it out loud, but there's a couple that I've given much worse. But this is not a beer I would enjoy ever again, or now.
Jake, what do you think? I know you started. Any final thoughts?
I think people are trying to get too crazy with their IPAs lately. And a lot of the IPA people like a standard fucking IPA. Like, straight, like hop, some citrus notes. This is just a little over the top.
Cam.
And too much...
we grab a couple of the Looks and Brews beers.
It's a little too much... I don't know, just too much added to the IPA. They
just bring the whole 6-pack.
I think they should have used a different base, maybe like this flavoring in a lager, like the heavy orange flavoring in like a lager or something like that would have been better. But
yeah,
in the IPA, I think it's just a little too much.
Yeah. Off screen, Matt, aka Dish Bitch.
I don't think it's that bad, but I think it's a little more of a confused beer. Because it says Taang, so I was kind of expecting like powdered Taang kind of taste, which it has some
Not
of.
wrong.
But then when you get to drinking it, it kind of has like a vanilla flavor, which is not Taang.
Yeah, that's
so they kind of went a little more like a dreamsicle route. So if they would have picked one or the other, I think they could have been more successful. But I'm not mad at it. I'd drink another one, but it's not like amazing it would be.
That's fair.
I'll be the positive guy.
Cam.
Yeah,
you don't drink IPAs. So
I don't drink IPAs. To me, that was a normal IPA. That big on them usually.
Oh, wow.
That was hard. It was a hard beer. But did we hear Jake's comment? That was so strong, dude. Like he was like if we were talking like politics, like he was like these PC people, IPA, all these people, they're going way too far with them. Yada yada. Like that was awesome, Jake.
The leftist beer agenda.
yeah.
So, what we're going to do next is we do have one more beer. I mean, we may drink more.
I'm actually really excited about
this. We're going a little quicker than we expected, so there's a possibility we end up drinking another one. I'm sure we have some.
Oh, there's some beer around.
Oh, we do have Tinker still. Tinker Tailor Books and Brews. that I brought a while ago.
Alright.
So we do have more beers. But for right now, this will be our last. But before we talk about it, we're going to do a palate cleanser. John and I are. Unfortunately, we're out of our normal light palate cleansers, but we got a couple good options. Dish Bitch and off-screen Cam right now. We're going to go clean some glasses.
Yeah.
While they're cleaning glasses, though, and even before we drink our beers, Mr. Jake Munns is going to give us about 30 seconds to a minute of a little bit of music, and while he goes to grab his guitar, John and I are just going to chat a little bit. And,
Yeah.
Some of the good stuff. Miss you guys chugging through the mask, gonna miss the music.
So you're off screen.
Apparently so.
What you signed up for?
But Jake,
Gonna miss music. Can I get that glass? Speaking of.
yeah, Jake's going to grab his guitar. I'm going to play a little bit, but before that, John?
Yes.
Ooh, you went camping this weekend.
I did go camping
Is
this
there a
weekend.
beer you had this weekend that you enjoyed, or just was it a family thing?
No, I actually went camping with Cameron and a couple of our other buddies. We're in a group that's called the Who Daddies. We go to races and we go camping. That's what we do. And so it was. We do a January trip every year. It's the last weekend in January, and it doesn't matter if it's negative 10 degrees, if it's 50 degrees. I've been camping in that range and everything in between. So that's what we did. We actually went to Brown County, Indiana this year, Nashville, Indiana, and hit up 2 different breweries or distilleries. Bear Wallow Distillery and Hard Truth Distillery, which is an affiliate with Quaffon, if you're familiar with Indiana beers. So I mostly drank bourbon and gin this weekend.
By the way, for anybody that watches this later, I'm going to ask Jake a question real quick, but before that, for anybody that watches this later, if you've had troubles finding us tonight on Insta or YouTube, let us know. I just got a message from one of our best normal watchers, and she's saying that she's having a little troubles finding us on Instagram today, which is weird.
It's weird.
Because I know we're live on there, but if there's ever an issue, again, our handle is at 2BeardedGuys for literally everything.
Yeah.
My personal is booksandbrews_ops_guy. John's is Mudhog.
B&Q.
Yep.
Beer and barbecue.
So one of us know, let the combined know, and that way we can fix it for next time. But before Jake plays, I'm going to ask him a question, which is actually, no, I'll do the music related one. How many instruments do you play? Roughly, because I know there's a ridiculous number.
Well, I try to make music out of anything that can make a sound. So,
Wow, that's the most musician answer I've ever heard in my life.
Right?
How many
I did a
traditional
couple-
instruments are you comfortable with?
Well, I went to college to be a music teacher, so I had to learn how to play literally as many as I possibly could. So any kind of instrument that is traditional, like in a band, I can play it.
Baritone?
Other than the
You play baritone?
Yeah.
That's
Other than the oboe is really hard. Yeah.
I play clarinet.
Any kind of brass instrument is pretty easy. The flute's really hard, but I can play a little flute.
I think you just did.
Still did. All right, so
I whispered it. I said skin flute. Just
So we're going to let
God damn
Jake
it.
play. We're going to cut him off probably about 30 seconds or so, but I want to let you guys hear him. It's no idea what song he's going to play. He's going to play whatever the hell he wants to play. But I've gotten a chance to hear Jake a lot lately, and I'm sure the music quality on the computer won't be good enough.
It won't do him justice, but if you're in the area, he'll play around at a lot of different Books and Brews and other locations. Jake, when is your next show?
Let's see. I do not have one booked right now, but watch for me at the Mothership.
Thursday nights you can usually
So you're
talk him
available
into
to
playing.
book.
Yes.
Yes.
And Thursday nights you can usually get him talked into playing at the Mothership. Go ahead, Jake.
Eloquent.
So that's Jake Munns, everybody. His voice is incredible as well. One thing I will say about his voice, it reminds you a lot, and he can blend it in a lot of different. He definitely has a lot of that 90s grunge feel. So if you enjoy any of that kind of music, you can definitely talk him into playing those. We have at the mothership quite often.
It's called Dad Rock.
Dad rock. So my favorite thing I've heard him play is the All Along the Watchtower.
His All Along the Watchtower.
But it's more along the lines of a Dave Matthews Watchtower versus a Jimmy Watchtower, which I'm not mad about that.
No. I've now heard him play the harmonica.
Yeah.
He does that very well. I've seen him play briefly on the keys. For some reason, his keyboard never seems to cooperate when he tries to play it.
It has a mind of its own. As most women do.
But he's gotten he's had a chance to play some now, and at where I've really heard him, and the amount of different variations he can play is fantastic. So we enjoy having him here. Our next beer is going to be John Hand's. It's a Rainbow Cookie Imperial Stout.
So if my understanding is this is a chocolate, raspberry, and almonds.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that DubCo?
Yeah, so DubCo is Destination Unknown Brewing Company.
Yeah, look at John. He's done his research.
It's an acronym.
It's rocking at 11%. So basically, John and I did not take it easy this time.
When do we?
Can we pass out the glasses, Cameron?
Yes. I don't know who had who.
That'd be mine, brother.
That's all right, alcohol in it.
One of these is yours. Yeah.
Oh, we got to pour it.
Oh, that's
No, that's my serving right there.
true.
And you like your stouts. That's your thing.
Yes.
Off screen, Matt does like his stouts, so that
Can you
means he
define
gets.
stouts?
John, tell us about stouts.
So stouts are going to be, like, the most popular stout is going to be your Guinness. So it's going to be your dark beer. It's going to use malts and grains when brewing it. Typically like an English.
Okay.
Typically what you'll do.
Low carb, usually.
Not necessarily.
I don't know.
All the ones in my experience usually aren't near as carved up, again, if you compare to
Carbonation. Yeah, CO2 levels. Yeah, that's going to be
Depends on the beer.
lower carbonation. Typically they're thicker, bigger bodied.
That's like more viscous.
Yeah, more viscous. More viscous. More viscous.
Sometimes
Hey guys, it's a lot more biscuit. In case you were wondering.
Absolutely.
Limp Bizkit.
It's going to be a thicker body because your stouts are going to be oftentimes what you barrel age, and it needs to be a big beer, a big thick bodied beer to barrel age and do well with that. So,
which I always thought weird was Guinness because it's a light percentage.
All right, hold on. I'm cutting everything off.
Like
real quick.
others.
Hold on.
What?
All right, so Beer Life Helen has joined us on Twitch. It's not popping up for some reason, but she is watching on Twitch, and I love this woman. Anyway, so she goes, I'm stalking you guys. I'm watching on Twitch because it isn't coming on our Insta for some reason.
What?
But, and I quote, and this is directed towards Jake.
Aw.
He must be really popular with the girls playing all those instruments. Dad rock, all the laugh faces.
Dad
Dad
rock.
Rock for sure.
can confirm.
We can confirm the popular with the ladies part. But
mostly the Dad Rock.
But anyway, I got those messages and I had to make sure I gave our, other than Tabby, probably, Tabby and Helen are our two most loyal followers. Before we drink this beer, I'm going to give a shout out to my 3 shout outs this time. We didn't do it last time. I want to make sure I do it this week. Southern Beer Girl. She's a brewer down in Texas and is unbelievable. Her posts are a lot of fun and very intuitive. A lot of people give a lot of the beer Instagram women a lot of shit. Southern Beer Girl, knows more about beer than John and I probably ever will. But also her posts are a lot of fun. We also have, I'm giving Books and Brews Noblesville, who, if you're in the Indianapolis area, they tend to bring in some of the best guest taps along with the Books and Brews taps. They always have great guest taps. Jordan and Steve make sure anybody that likes any style of beer or cider is going to be covered. And then lastly, I'm going to go with BeerMe. He's a vet. What are we looking at? Oh.
I was just reading comments.
Oh, he's a vet, but he's a guy that used to be a big wine guy and became a beer guy. And his posts are great. They're pretty traditional, beer in the glass, beer in the can, but his comments and how he describes them are very unique in his own. So, and he's very active on Instagram. If you become friends with him or just follow what he does, that man is active and makes sure that anyone he thinks is fun is well represented. So
nice.
Make sure you give BeerMe.17 a follow as well. John, do you have any?
I do. So first off, I'm going to start with Studio Bree. I think Studio Bree, she is a local Indiana Books and Brews Mug Club member who is now currently based out of Denver, I believe.
Colorado, Denver,
Yeah.
I believe, but yeah.
Her home base Books and Brews is definitely Zionsville, but she interacts with us in all of our, whether it's Tyler's Books and Brews Ops guy or my Bun Hog or two Bearded guys. Great lady, and she's an artist, and hopefully we can get her on as a guest at some point in the near future. Talk about all the cool stuff that she does. Two other accounts that I have on Instagram, Butt Burns, BHUTNZ. Butt Burns does a lot of chili peppers and hot peppers, things like that.
I love them.
So they follow me, and they make their own hot sauce. They grow their own peppers, and they like about everything I do. So just a really great follower. And then Delamin, Delamin. She is from Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil. Craft beer and pizza. That's what she does.
Love it.
And then she, once again, likes almost everything I post and do. So.
By the way, again, for anybody that watches this later, I apologize. We are not currently live on Instagram.
Really?
There are people on Instagram joining.
And that's... it's doing weird things.
It's a feat of lies.
Okay.
So, if anybody's had troubles finding us, again, we apologize. We're still learning the new system. Somebody's watching on YouTube. Our first ever live follow on YouTube.
And some Twitch.
But anybody that is having troubles following us, we apologize. Again, let us know. We will try to fix it as we go.
And also, we're at almost this hour mark. So if the feed cuts
shortly,
go back live again.
Immediately back
so
live.
No worries. We'll be right back on. Because we got to share our last thoughts on the John Hand's Rainbow Cookie Imperial Stout.
But because I know we're going to cut, I am going to ask Jake one more question because I know we're going to cut off really soon. Jake, favorite beer?
Favorite beer?
And I'm going to ask this to both of the off-screens as well.
Well, that's a real heckin' loaded question.
I know. All the
Hacking.
What the hell is that?
It's Jake. Just let it go.
Roll with it.
I love
It's a
that.
real heckin'
That's
I would
hilarious.
have to say, man, anytime I've ever had it two-hearted, it's just so crisp, and I hate that that's like the basic, but two-hearted's got me through.
There's a reason Two-Hearted is big.
Yeah, Bill's too hard.
But there is a lot of like small batch stuff that I've had over the years, but nothing is as year-round as Two-Hearted to me. I can
Off-
drink it anytime.
Off camera Cam.
Off Cam. So I'm going to the Dominican this week, and their main beer in Dominican Republic is El Presidente, and one of my favorite beers just because of how smooth it is, but just because of how the people embrace that beer. The Dominican people, that's all they drink. If you drink Corona in Dominican, they're like, "What are you drinking?"
3 beers.
Huh?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Yeah, they're like, you're out.
You don't
You're
get
out.
El Presidente virus.
Yeah. El Presidente, one of the best beers I've drank, just because of the atmosphere around it, and the taste is pretty smooth as well.
Off-screen Matt.
Hashtag dish bitch.
I don't know if I can pick just one.